All right, viewers all over the world, wherever you are watching us from, this is Society in Focus. And on this week's edition of the program, we are going to talk to you from the heart of Nigeria, the capital city of Nigeria, Abuja. And our guest on the program today is the Director, FCT, Directorate of National Orientation Agency. For your information, let me remind you quickly that this agency, National Orientation Agency, is the agency responsible for letting you know what you should know as a Nigerian. But the best person to let all of us know, including myself, is the director. And as I'm used to doing, I prefer people introducing themselves because you are the only one that knows yourself better. Madam, because of our viewers out there, can you tell the viewers your name and your nation?
Okay. So thank you very much. My name is Acharu Opalua. I'm the Director, National Orientation Agency, FCT Directorate. Thank you for coming.
All right. Sometimes you talk about National Orientation Agency. A lot of people might not have updated information about what exactly are the function of the National Orientation Agency. Educate us. What exactly are the primary objectives of the National Orientation Agency?
Thank you very much. Before I go into the objectives of the National Orientation Agency, let me briefly run through what the functions of the National Orientation Agency are. The National Orientation Agency is a government organization established by an act to carry out sensitization programs on government policies, programs, and activities. We are empowered to sensitize, mobilize, orientate, enlighten citizens on all activities of the government and other non-governmental organizations. So the objectives of the National Orientation Agency is to ensure that these activities are being keyed into, are being carried out correctly by the citizens of this country. We encourage the citizens to key into the activities that the National Orientation Agency brings up.
Then, over the years,
Okay.
what initiatives have you implemented to ensure unity and cohesion within the FCT?
Yes, over the years, we have gone into several initiatives to ensure that unity and cohesion exists in the FCT because basically this is the National Orientation Agency FCT Directory. So everything I'm going to be saying is going to be centered around FCT. We have had programs like the National Values Charter School debate, where we invited tertiary institutions within the Federal Capital Territory to compete and share issues on how to move Nigeria forward, hammering on national values, core values within the nation. We have had integrity clubs in secondary schools as well, with the same aim, ensuring that catching them young, students in secondary school, fostering unity among them. And we also engage with traditional rulers, community leaders. We do a lot. We do a lot.
It's okay.
Yes.
Then, apart from the National Orientation Agency, there are other sister organizations that are responsible for orientation, similar function like this one. Is there collaboration between you and other sister agencies to ensure social issues in FCT are addressed?
Yes, we do a lot of collaborations. In fact, when I resumed duty here, I have made some courtesy calls to some few relevant organizations, and it's still ongoing. We have paid courtesy visit to INEC because we know the elections are around the corner and we know we have a lot to do together. We have visited them to see how we can add our own quota to free, fair, credible election in the FCT. So likewise, when we're talking of issues like child abuse or child trafficking, we have collaborations with the NACTIP. When we are talking of issues like drug abuse, we have collaboration with NDLEA. So a whole lot like that, depending on what that organization's mandate is. So we look at for what their mandates are, and when we want to discuss any issues pertaining to what concerns them, we'll have a collaboration with them and bring it to place.
Civic education is one of the subjects, a discipline or area that is related to your agency. What are you doing to promote civic education and awareness within the residents of FCT?
Just thank you very much. Just like I said earlier on, I have visited the Independent National Electoral Commission. We know it is our duty and we know they have a say in it. So considering the fact that elections are forthcoming, we have met with them and we are trying to put out modalities that we can address that issue. We know there is no democracy without the process. So we are involved in the process, and they are involved in the process as well. So we're going to be putting hands together. Any moment from now, we're going to be going to the field to put our hands together to enlighten the citizens on what they need to do for us to have a free, fair, and credible election in FCT.
In this era of social media, misinformation and wrong information dissemination has become very common. Your agency is responsible for orienting Nigerians. What are you doing to discourage this idea or misbehavior in misinformation among, especially in this era of social media? Any small thing, people run to the social media to carry out information that are not real. What are you doing to discourage this idea of misinformation by Nigerians?
Okay, we try as much as possible to discourage wrong information by coming out with authentic information. Then we'll encourage people to also verify their stories before they are put out there. You can do that by fact checking through websites that are put in place for search, so that you get the accurate and correct information. Then you can as well, we also advise that people get the stories from the correct source. If you get it from the right source, you're dealing with the right person who is in charge, who knows much about that particular story. But when stories begin to pass through several hands, and then the tendency for it to be diluted.
All right, thank you very much. To the residents of FCT, where your directorate is directly in charge, send the message to the FCT residents.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to say that Nigeria is undergoing a lot of change. I know times are hard, but good things will come easy. It is a stage we have to pass through before we achieve what we want to achieve in Nigeria. Nigeria is our country. We have no other country to move to. So we're in this together. We have to join hands together to ensure that Nigeria is in a better place. The Director General of National Orientation Agency, on assumption of duty, he's so particular about value reorientation. So because of that, when he came on board, immediately he set up a committee to look into the issue of national identity in Nigeria. Then the committee came out with a blueprint tagged the National Values Charter, otherwise known as the 747, where the government is going to be, because all along, value reorientation in this country have failed because people have not tried, the past leaders have not tried to balance both sides. So he has come out with this idea whereby the 7 promises from the government will be reciprocated by the 7 citizens codes, 747. Then you may want to ask, how are we going to achieve this thing? We have the institutionalization policy where we are going to push out this information through. We have been on the field, we have done some already, but notwithstanding, the president is going to be unveiling the National Values Charter any moment from now, and as soon as that is done, we're going to be returning to the field, and we're going to be letting people know that yes, there's a need for us to change the narrative of this country. So for more information about the National Orientation Agency, I urge you to go to our website, www.noa.gov.ng, where our voice assistant is readily available to answer all your questions. Our voice assistant is clean, readily available to answer all your questions. Then for NOA FCT, follow us on our Facebook page, National Orientation Agency FCT Directorate. Then we're on Instagram, NOA FCT. Then we have our Twitter handle at FCT, NOA FCT2. Then we're on TikTok, NOA FCT. So you can follow us for all our activities on our social media handles. Thank you very much.
All right, it's a pleasure having you here, and we appreciate the discussion is brief and deep. We appreciate if we have more time again after this session so that we can be talking from time to time so that Nigerians will know more about what is expected of them as Nigerians and their responsibility with the government. Thank you for being with us. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much.
Viewers, this is the much you can take on this program, and I am sure you are enlightened, you are oriented and educated by this. The guest on the program today is the Director, National Orientation Agency, FCT Directorate, and I'm sure you enjoy watching the program. Thank you for your time, and we hope to have you again on another edition of the program with us on Society in Focus, right here on Unity Star TV Africa. Thank you for being with us. Madam, thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much for coming.
At USTV Africa, confirm news. culture and entertainment, the latest information, all at USTV Africa. Your number one internet station, USTV Africa. From East Africa to South Africa, USTV Africa. From North Africa to West Africa, USTV Africa. USTV Africa, voice of the new Africa. Uhuru Africa.